He's an unpredictable kind of guy. Alrighty. Well, welcome back to Toronto. Good to see you.
Good to be back. Thank you.
William Cooper. I really like this role because he's very, he's got a mission. He knows what he's got to do. When you read the script, were you, before even knowing everybody who was going to even be associated with this film, what was it about that role or the script that turned you on?
Well, many things actually. I thought the writing was really fantastic. None of the characters were two-dimensional in any way. And for me, I was presented with a character who is a CIA hitman, but he's also trying to balance that out with running a family.
Right.
And the character's got a great journey in this film. He starts this movie at one place with one point of view and ends somewhere completely different. And as an actor, you're always looking for that kind of material.
Yeah, and very physical role for you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What kind of training or preparation did you have to do for it?
Well, you've seen the film, but it's a very, very funny film.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy in it, but also in the middle of this comedy, there's this great action. And Bruce Willis and I have this pretty intense fight sequence.
Gnarly, as I call it.
Gnarly fight sequence in the middle of the film. We trained for about 3 weeks for that. We talked a lot about how we wanted it to be. We wanted it, to be very, very, physical confrontation, not embellished with, martial arts flourishes, and just for an audience to be sitting there and going, ooh, that looked like it would hurt.
Yeah.
So we shot that over about 2 weeks, and it was grueling. It was pretty tough. And then there was a few days that you get to the end of that day, and you're heading off to your canteen for a sip. You know what I mean?
And were you how much longer were you sore for? Like weeks, months?
Well, actually, I shouldn't laugh about it, it wasn't until I started training for my next film that I actually realized what I actually did to my body making that sequence. So there was certainly a bit of physio here and there, and a bit of deep tissue, this and that, a bit of cortisone injection for the swollen shoulder.
Wow.
Who knew?
Yeah, seriously. Well, it looked good. I have to tell you, you did a good job.
I'm glad.
Great.
If it entertains people, that's
the key.
That's the key.
The actors, we were saying, in this movie are, it's crazy. It's crazy who's in this
It's
film.
insane, isn't it? Let's just run through it.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, Brian Cox, Ernest Borgnine, John Malkovich, Julian McMahon,
Yeah.
James Remar. Who have I missed? Mary Louise Parker, Rebecca Pidgeon.
Really, it is insane.
It's insane.
What was it like? I know that you didn't shoot with every single person, but there had to have been times when, you're just, step back and go, holy crap, what a cast I'm acting with here.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty surreal. For me, it was an opportunity to work with actors whose work I've had admired for a very long time. And I think we all wanted to come together and make a Bruce Willis action comedy film, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like you did. And seeing Helen Mirren with that machine gun.
Oh my God!
Wow!
How hot is she? For no other reason alone, you got to go see this film for Helen Mirren in a ball gown dress, just rock and rolling on a 50 cal. There's the Queen. She's hot.
It's mental.
It's insane.
It really is. And of course, you shot part of the film here in Toronto. It was in the dead of our winter.
Yes, that was fun.
Not.
I actually really had a great time here. The cold, I'm not used to it being that cold, but really great crew, really great Toronto-based crew, and they really looked after me. And we went to a few Raptors games.
Oh, that's good.
Went to some indoor motocross, and got to explore the city a little bit. So I had a great time.
Yeah, and what really interesting about this film too is that it's kind of the the veterans, the CIA against the younger generation, and it's kind of the same in real life. Here you are. Young actor, and you're working with these veteran guys.
It's a pretty good sign.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. This was also based on a graphic novel. Had you been familiar with it before?
My first introduction to the material was reading the script, and from there, I managed to get hold of a copy of the graphic novel. And the graphic novel is really quite a different beast. It's it really represents what is the first act, or part of the first act of our film. It's a bit hardcore and it's very gritty. I think the Hobart brothers, the writers, did a phenomenal job of really kind of expanding this and creating this really interesting, funny group of characters and a story, off the back of that.
This deals with people who are retired, retired and extremely dangerous. I know you're not really extremely dangerous, you're a really nice guy. But have you ever, I know you got lots and lots of years to worry about this, but do you ever think about what you want to do when you retire?
Oh boy, that's, I mean, I've certainly never contemplated that question before I started doing press for this. Everyone's asking, what are you going to do when you retire? It's like,
long way off.
I'm 38.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about that. But
kind of like a dream thing, What
yeah,
you want to do?
I don't know. I just, as long as I'm around family, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Maybe spot of fishing, spot of golf. I just pray, hope that I still have my health. That's the most important thing.
Definitely. You got lots of stuff coming up. I want to talk to you a little bit about Priest, working with Paul Bettany. Now that's a little bit of a vampire film.
Well, really, Priest is a kind of a post-apocalyptic Western vampire film. So it's it was pretty. I've seen it actually. It's a great film.
Oh, good. And you're playing the bad guy.
In that film, I am playing.
Down and out bad guy.
I like to define him as the fallen hero.
Okay.
The bad guy.
It must be fun playing guys like that, though.
Yeah, I love playing those sort of guys. I mean, those are the characters that dare to do and say the things that we can never do in real life.
Yeah.
And consequently, they most often have the most fun.
Judge Dredd. Let's talk about that. Now, are you working training for that right now, or what's going on there?
Certainly am. We're 6 weeks out, starting shooting that, and we've got a great script, pulling together a phenomenal cast. But Pete Travis directing, and you know what? It's going to be a pretty hardcore, action-packed, a gritty version of Dredd.
Wow. Now, is this a remake of the original, or
no? It's not a remake. It's not in any way, shape, or form related to any other film called Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
A reboot, maybe. Yeah, sure. But this film is a lot more faithful to the original source material created by John Wagner back in '77.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about it.
And you're getting into good shape for that, I would think, training and...
Every day.
Wow. I don't know, how do you do it? It's so, you got to be so
really
committed.
Have a choice.
Well, no, I mean, it's a huge commitment.
It is a massive undertaking, yeah. It's massive.
Amazing. And lastly, I want to ask you about Star Trek. What's happening with the sequel for that? I personally, I think you got bones so dead on, man. You were so amazing in that original. And so they're talking about the sequel, I think, next summer? Or?
More than talking about it, I mean, I believe they're in the process of finishing off the script. And I'm excited about that. You get J.J. Abrams and Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman collaborating on something. I like Three Einsteins. Yeah. I'm really excited to see where they take that story. And looking forward to it. Mid next year we start shooting that.
Well, good stuff. We look forward to that. Well, congratulations on this. I thought you did a really outstanding job.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck. Thank you. Nice to talk to you. Thanks, Karl. Thank you.